ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टुवागुंसस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः। स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। पुरत्रये क्रीडति नंबर 14। पुरत्रये क्रीडति यश्च जीवः
पुरत्रये क्रीडति यच्च जीवः अंग्या
ततस्तु जातं सकलं विचित्रम्
ततस्तु जातं सकलं विचित्रम्
आधारमानन्दमखण्डबोधम्
आधारमानन्दम् अखण्डबोधम्
यस्मिन् लयं याति पुरत्रयं च
यस्मिन् लयं याति पुरत्रयं च
एतस्माज्जायते प्राणः
एतस्माज्जायते प्राणः
मनः सर्वेन्द्रियाणि च
मनः सर्वेन्द्रियाणि च
खं वायुर्ज्योतिरापश्च
खं वायुर्ज्योतिरापश्च
पृथिवी विश्वस्य धारिणी
पृथिवी विश्वस्य धारिणी
यत्परं ब्रह्म सर्वात्मा
यत्परं ब्रह्म सर्वात्मा
विश्वस्यायतनं महत्
विश्वस्यायतनं महत्
सूक्ष्मात् सूक्ष्मतरं नित्यम्
सूक्ष्मात् सूक्ष्मतरं नित्यम्
तत्त्वमेव त्वमेव तत्
तत्त्वमेव त्वमेव तत्
जाग्रत् स्वप्न सुषुप्त्यादि
जाग्रत् स्वप्न सुषुप्त्यादि
प्रपञ्चं यत् प्रकाशते.
प्रपञ्चं यत् प्रकाशते.
This particular 2 quarters we have to actually, that prapancham is part of the first word jagrat swapna sushuptyadi. Therefore technically we should not split. Therefore jagrat swapna sushuptyadi prapancham yat prakashate.
जाग्रत् स्वप्न सुषुप्त्यादि प्रपञ्चं यत् प्रकाशते.
तद्ब्रह्माहमिति ज्ञात्वा
तद्ब्रह्माम् इति ज्ञात्वा
सर्वबन्धैः प्रमुच्यते.
सर्वबन्धैः प्रमुच्यते.
Yeah, so that's where we are. Number 17. So we had completed the previous mantra where the Mahavakyam was given. Tattvameva tvameva tat. Spend some time understanding what a Mahavakya is and how it should be understood. In particular, we talked about Badhayam Samanadhikaranam. Badhayam, you have to do a Badha, you have to do a negation. Negation of what is superficial in order to get to the substance, to put it in more common language. To get at the substance, you have to negate what is superficial, what is incidental. So when somebody says touch wood is a good example. My goodness, I learned this in America only, touch wood, and it helped came in handy for me. Vedanta also touch wood only, same thing, touch wood. In India, we don't say touch wood and all. I've not heard. Anyway, Tamil Nadu here, I have not heard touch wood and all. We don't say. So, but touch wood is good because touch wood. Wherever there is wood, I see wood. I don't say chair, door, and table and all. Touch wood means immediately touch wood. Go fast. Don't waste any time, please. 1 second you don't waste. Touch wood immediately. So, because that is the particular thinking that things are going well, and so you don't want any negative ideas to come in the way. So touch wood. So touch wood means what are you doing? Badhayam samanadhikaranam. That's what you're doing. There is no samanadhikaranam here, but still, at least for one object, you're just negating. Mentally, you're saying this is not a chair. This is wood. This is not a table. This is wood. This is not a door. It is wood. That's what you're doing. So we saw all that in the last mantra. Important thing to remember. And here also, Tad Brahmaham Asmi. Tad Brahmaham is a Mahavakyam. So Kaivalya Upanishad is known for that. Statement after statement, you have some Mahavakyams. Tad Brahma Aham. That Brahma, I. In Sanskrit, I means am follows. I am. There is no need to add the word am in Sanskrit. And so, Tad Brahma Aham. Within brackets, Asmi. I am that Brahma. Like that, this Mahavakyam is coming. So let's, because this Upanishad is short, I think it has some 25 or something mantras. 17. Yeah. So 24, 25 mantras are there. And there is no Shankara Bhashyam also. And so we are spending some time on it. We are not rushing through. We are not simply translating something. We are just soaking ourselves in this. It's a very good opportunity for us to spend time understanding every word. And that's why sometimes it may feel like a repetition, but that's the repetition that is needed. Two types of repetition. One type of repetition is unnecessary repetition. Unnecessary. You came home, you visited your friend's place, and then hi, how are you and all. Tomorrow we are all going to to Kashi. Oh, Kashi, I see how this, that, and all you talk. Then again, after some time, after 5 minutes, you say, tomorrow we are all going to Kashi. Then after 10 minutes, tomorrow we are all going to Kashi. You say, then they will say, what is your problem? I think today we have to go to the doctor. That will be the question, right? Before you go to Kashi tomorrow, let's go to the doctor today and check yourselves out. That is what the idea will be. So there, the repetition is a problem. But in Shastram, a repetition is not a problem. Repetition is a necessity, in fact. Okay. And so, therefore, we are not that worried about that repetitions that keep happening. Okay. Mahavakya keeps coming again and again in different forms. So we use that opportunity. All right. So we saw this Jagat, Jagrat, Swapna, Sushuptyadi, Prapancham, Yat Prakashate. This is what we were exploring in the last class. The same theme has been going on anyway. Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti. Looking at the world as manifesting through the three states of experiences. Three states of experience. That is what the theme has been all along. And so here also, the Upanishad is using those three words. The teacher of this Upanishad is, or the teacher presented in this Upanishad is
Brahmaji.
Brahmaji. Correct. And it so coincidentally happens that Brahmaji is the teacher in the other Upanishad they are studying. That is also Mundaka. And coincidentally happens that Upanishad also part of this Atharvana Veda. So yeah, Brahmaji. And so anyway, so Brahmaji is using that Jagra, that Sushupti, Avasthatraya Prakriya, it is called. That methodology of analyzing our three states of experience to appreciate who we really are. Okay. If I am waker absolute, then I can't be dreamer. If I am dreamer absolute, then I can't be waker or sleeper. If I am sleeper absolute, then I can't be waker or dreamer. So very obvious. Exactly like in waking state, if I am a mother absolute, then I can't be teacher, I can't be sister, I can't be daughter. So many things I can't be. So these are all roles. These are all roles which are all incidental. Incidental. I'm playing a role. So like that, I'm playing a role of a waker. I'm playing a role of a dreamer. I'm playing the role of a sleeper. Then who am I really? I'm neither of these three. That must be the answer. That is what Mandukya will say later. In another Upanishad, it says Turiyaha Chaturtaha. Like that, Chaturtha, fourth. I am the fourth, like that Upanishad uses. Okay. And so here, that Brahma Aham is where we are. Okay. In this mantra. That Brahma I am. Which Brahma? This Jagrat, Swapna, Sushuptyadi, Prapancham, Yat Prakashate, that which shines in all these three states of experience. Okay, that which shines, okay, that Brahma, Atma shines, okay, Atma shines, all right, but Brahma also shines only. That Brahma and Atma, what is the difference? There is no difference. Tad Brahma Aham, that Brahma I am. Okay, because the truth of the world and the truth of the self cannot be two different things. Because I'm part of the world also. This body is part of the world. When you say world, don't exclude yourself. It has to include me also. Therefore, the truth of the world is me. Like that, this Upanishad is saying. And look at Maniprabha. So I'm now going to Maniprabha. Short words he's using. The good thing about Maniprabha commentary is it's a tika. Just short words are there to describe. Just one or two words to describe the words here. So he says, Uktam Swayam Prakasham. Uktam Swayam Prakasham. Uktam, already told. That means that which has been told in all these previous mantras, which is Swayam Prakasham. Swayam Prakash. Prakash means Prakash means, bright, illumining. Okay, like that. Swayam Prakash. Swayam Prakash means with the light that is shining on my face right now. This ring light is there. I put a ring light in front of me, and it is also Prakash only, but it is not Swayam Prakash. You know why? Because it requires electricity. It requires all kinds of things for it to actually do its job. Okay, it requires. It depends. It is a dependent brightness. That artificial light that is shining here is a dependent brightness it has. What about sun? Sun's brightness. Sun's brightness also. Don't take it for granted. After many, many millennia, that brightness also will not be there. Okay. And it is very scary to think of that possibility that this sun will not be there after some time, is it not? And so, dependent brightness. So, here, Swayam Prakasha, Brahma, that Brahma's brightness is Swayam Prakasha. Thankfully, it doesn't depend on anything else. It is bright. Brightness means what? Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. It is, it is, it is existence. That existence that I've taken for granted, that I'm seeing through all the objects that I have. Something exists, this a clock exists, computer exists, this book exists, that book exists, table exists, people exist, the street exists. That is fine. Let the street exist. Let the stores exist. Let the people exist. But that existence is fundamental, not the people. People come after existence, not before existence. That is why the famous Mundaka mantra, we have not studied it yet, I think. Natatra Suryo Bhatina Chandra Tarakam. Good for us to remember that, memorize it completely. So, I don't remember the mantra number. Later on, we will tell you in the WhatsApp group. Na tatra suryo bhatina chandra tarakam. What a mantra it is. There. Tatra means there. Na bhati. There, these things don't shine. What you think shine, really they don't shine. What do you think shine? Na tatra suryo bhati. There, the sun does not shine. There means what? With respect to Brahma, that is self-shining. The sun and other things, Suryo, Chandra Tarakam, the moon, then the stars. At least the stars are self-luminous. But the moon is out of question anyway. Chandra Tarakam, Nema Vidyuto, Bhanti Kutoyam Agnihi, Nema Vidyuto. This lightning, which is really brilliant. It can light up the whole dark night. So, Nema Vidyuto Bhanti Kutoyam Agnihi. It seems this thing is comparing all this sun and all that to this lamp, small lamp that I am holding in my hand. A lamp. And I am showing this lamp to whom? To Bhagavan himself I am showing like this. Harati. Harati. Kutoyam Agni. Mundaka itself says Kuto. What to talk of this small lamp? And you're saying this is supposed to illumine things. On top of that, you're using this to illumine Bhagavan also. Dekho. This has to be the greatest joke. Like that, the mantra says, Kutoyam Agnihi. Yeah, Satishji.
Yeah, we studied in Katha Upanishad, 15th mantra.
Full number, please. Full number. 1 point,
That is
2.
second chapter, second only 15th.
1.2.15.
Okay, 2.2.15, correct? Yeah, so that's in Katha Upanishad we studied also, correct? Kutoya Magnihi, what to talk of this small flame that I am holding? Tameva Bhantam Anubhati Sarvam. Tameva Bhantam. Swayam Prakasham. Look, Maniprabha says Swayam Prakasham. Mundaka says Tameva Bhantam. Hey, that alone is the bright thing. Bhantam, Bha. Bha means to shine. That's why sun is called Bhaskara. Bhaskar bolte hain. Bhaskara. Baha karoti iti Bhaskara. Because he shines. That is why he is called Bhaskar. Bhaskara. Baha. So here the word Bha is used. Tameva bhantam. That alone is shining. Anubhati sarvam. What about everything else? What about the sun? Sun shines after the Brahma. Sun shines because Brahma shines. It doesn't mean the physical light Brahma is giving. No, Brahma is giving existence itself to sun. That is the meaning. Don't think physics will try to find Brahma. Physics cannot find Brahma. Okay, because the physicist himself is Brahma. So that is a problem. So here what it means is that existence itself is provided by Brahma. Tameva bhantam anubhati sarvam. Sarvam means everything else, including what you say is shining. Permanently shining things like sun. Apparently permanently shining things like sun also. Na bhati, na tatra suryo bhati. Tameva bhantam anubhati sarvam. Tasya bhasa sarvam idam vibhati. Look at that bha keeps on coming in this mantra. Tasya bhasa means Brahmanaha bhasa, Atmanaha bhasa. It is because of the brilliance of Brahma. Tasya bhasa. Instrumental case. Bhasa. Bhasa. Tasya bhasa. Sarvamidam vibhati. Everything else vibhati. Specifically shines. Everything one after the other. Each product you can list and they all shine. They all appear in front of me also. It's daylight now, and now I can see a lot of things. Outside also I can see trees are there, buildings are all there. Shines. Yeah, sun appears to illumine, but then you have to look through the whole thing. And it is the Atma that illumines everything. It is Brahma that illumines everything. That is what he's saying here. Swayam Prakashaha. One word he uses. Means you can just bring in all the mantras. Swayam Prakashaha. Then look at that. Tat, we saw Tat, right? Tat is Uktam Swayam Prakasham. I hope you're watching the Maniprabha text. Very simple words it is. Then Tat Brahma. Brahma, he says Satya Jnanadi Lakshanam. These are all commentaries of the words. So how can you define Brahma in one word? If you want to define, he's saying Satya Jnanadi Lakshanam. Lakshanam means characterized by. Brahma means that which is characterized by. Really, Brahma has no characteristics, but still, for lack of anything better, you have to use the word Lakshanam. Characterized by Satyam, Jnanam, Adi. Adi means etc. Etc. means what? Satyam, Jnanam, Anantam. How do you know this? For that, we have to study Taittiriya Upanishad. Brahma vida apnoti param tadeshabhyukta satyam jnanam anantam brahma. Like that. That first, that the Valli, Ananda Valli starts like this. So there, Brahma is defined as Satyam Jnanam Anantam. But now we have studied it already. Satyam means what? That existence that has been taken for granted. That is called Satyam. That is existence. That is the Satyam of every object. Pot was our teacher. Pot is our teacher. We have to do Namaskar. Guru Purnima, we have to do Namaskar to Pot. Because Pot is the one that taught me the Satyam and Mithya. Okay. And so, pot is incidental. Potness is incidental. The clay is Satyam. Hey, clay also is an object, physical object finally. So, clay is incidental. Then what is thing? Whatever clay is made of, that is Satyam. There we will use science. Science is good because it takes me from one incidental to another incidental, another incidental to another incidental, another incidental to another. The only thing that is not incidental is this Swayam Prakasham Tat Brahma. And therefore Satya Jnanadi Lakshanam Satyam, that existence. Because of which the pot also is existing, the clay also is existing, is that Satyam. Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. Jnanam. Jnanam means what? Consciousness. Human being there, only the human mind can appreciate consciousness. Because I am conscious. This consciousness is such an important thing. I am aware, or awareness also you can say. I am aware. Awareness is something that I take for granted. Vedanta says, come back to the basics. Become aware of your awareness. Okay? How about that? Be aware of the awareness that Vedanta is talking about. That awareness, Satyam, is called Jnanam in this mantra. Jnanam means awareness or knowledge, unqualified knowledge, awareness. These are all identical words in the Shastra. So, Sat, Chit, Ananda, same thing. Satyam, Jnanam, Anantam. Sat, Chit, Ananda. So, Chaitanyam, Chit, and Jnanam, they're identical. Unqualified knowledge and Chaitanyam, loosely called consciousness. I say loosely because there is always a risk by using an English word. There is a risk. I'm just reminding ourselves of that. So, but it's a useful word, so we keep using it. In fact, what we have to remind ourselves is that which is implied by the word consciousness is Chaitanya. Like that, we should understand. Implied meaning of the word Chaitanyam is consciousness. Even a word cannot be what you're talking about. It is what the word points to, and it is not an object, so even a word cannot point to it. So that's the kind of subject we are talking about. And anyway, that is all extra. But here, Satyam, Jnanam, Anantam, Sat, Chit, Ananda. So look at that. Satya, Jnanadi. Adi means Anantam. Anantam or Ananda. Both go together. This also we saw before. Ananda. Ananda, the only Ananda we know is experiential Ananda. We've had moments of happiness. We've had moments of sadness. Both keep on going, we know. And we know sadness is not good for me. I don't want to be sad. I also know happiness is good for me. I want to be happy all the time. So that happiness is always associated with some event, some person, something, etc. So when a contact is made between myself and that thing, whether it is sight or hearing or whatever, good music, they say soulful music. Okay, fine. So whatever music it is, and then the mind, so something happens in the mind. What happens in the mind? The subject-object division disappears, vanishes in a moment of ecstasy, in a moment of happiness. There's no longer enjoyer, enjoyed. Dvaita disappears completely. That is what is joy. That is what is joy. That is how we describe. We means Vedantis talk about joy. Therefore, when subject-object disappears, then all that is there is Chaitanyam, which is infinite, Ananta. And so, Ananta and Ananda are identical, really speaking. Therefore, Satya Jnanadi Lakshanam, he says, Maniprabha says, all right, Brahma, which is characterized by Satya, Jnanam and Anantam. All three are not three different things. Existence is one thing, awareness is one thing. No, it can't be like that. Truth has to be one. Satyam Shivam Sundaram. Like that one song long ago, when 50 years ago, when movie came, and then that song became very popular. Then I come to study Vedanta and said, my God, these songs are talking Satyam Shivam Sundaram. How are you going to understand this? How are you going to understand this? Satyam Shivam Sundaram. Same thing. Satyam, Jnanam, Shivam. Awareness is that Shivam, okay? It is not Shiva. Bhagavan Shiva nahi hai yahan. Even though you can use Bhagavan Shiva. Yahan par Jnanam, unqualified knowledge, awareness, consciousness, Chaitanyam, that is Shivam there. Then Sundaram. Sundaram must be Anantam, Ananda. Ananda must be connected to Anantam. So that's how it goes. And so Satya Jnanadi Lakshanam. Then look at this. Aham. Tat Brahma Aham. Now we are going to Aham, the word Aham. Okay. Here Maniprabha says Brahmavaganta Chidananda Atma. Like that he's saying. Chidananda Atma. Okay, that also we've just described. Sat Chitananda. Sat Chit Ananda. That's what he's saying. Chidananda Atma. He's not using the word Sat. He's saying Chidananda Atma. Chaitanyam, which is Anandam, which is Atma, because Aham is there. The word Aham is being talked about. So Aham means Atma. Atma is always connected to myself. Atma. Atmarthama Pananam. They say in Tamil. Array, do it. You be part of what you're doing and give your best. And then only you'll be happy. Give your best. Even though things may not work out the way you want. Do it. You be involved in what you're doing. Complete. Give your heart. Complete heart. Like that. Atma. So Atma is connected to the self all the time. And so here he's saying Chidananda Atma Aham. And Brahma is Atma all the time. Brahma and Atma are identical all the time. But then Brahmavaganta, he is using the word Brahmavaganta. Avaganta means knower. Brahma, Brahmavit, Brahmajnani ityartaha. The one who knows Brahma. Knows what? Brahman. In what form one who knows Brahma? Brahma, which is Satya Jnanadi Lakshanam, as this Chidananda Atma. That identity is understood. Brahma is also understood. Atma is understood. Brahma is Tatpada. Atma is Twampada. And Tatitvam Asipada is also understood. The equality is also understood. In fact, equality, identity is also understood. That is what he's saying. Brahma Avaganta Chidananda Atma. One who understands all these things as they should be understood. Brahmavit. Brahmavit. Brahma Avaganta, Brahmavit. Taittiriya Upanishad. Brahmavida apnoti param. Brahmavit apnoti param. We'll come to that later. Apnoti later. So that Brahmavit, Brahmavaganta, one who knows Brahma, which means one who knows Atma. Brahmavaganta means Atmavaganta, or Brahmavaganta is Brahmavit or Atmavit. With the suffix with also means the same thing. Jnani ityartaha. One who knows. Atmavit. Atmavit, if we say, suddenly our mind goes to Chandogya Upanishad. The story of dialogue between Narada and Sanat Kumara, correct? Atmavit. Those who don't know, I don't mind repeating it. Huh?
Shokam tarati atmavit.
Shokam tarati shokam atmavit. Tarati. So beautiful story, those, because this class is new. Some of you, anybody who does not know the story there, dialogue between, so Premaji and others don't know. All right. So very simple. Narada goes to Sanat Kumara. Sanat Kumara is one of the number one Rishi. Brahma's offspring, who instead of Brahma is a creator, Brahma got a slap on his face by his own sons. And he said, forget it, I am not into creation and all. They turned away. They went northwards, it seems, in search of a teacher. And so this Sanat Kumara is one of the four offsprings of Brahmaji. And that Sanat Kumara, Narada approached Sanat Kumara and said, please teach me something. Sanat Kumara said, come on, all right, I'll be happy to teach you, but you tell me what you know, because you're not an ordinary guy. So you tell me what you know a lot. And then based on that, if there is anything remaining, I'll teach you. So Narada gives a big list of things. He says, Chaturvedam Adhyemi, Yajurvedam, Samavedam, Atharvana Vedam, Rigvedam, Adhyemi. I know all these things. And then Shiksha, Vyakaranam, Kalpam, Niruktam, Chandasam, Jyotisham, big list he gives. And then Shaktra Vidya, Nakshatra Vidya, Bhuta Vidya, like this. All the sciences he is listing one after the other. All the physical sciences, astronomy, astrology, everything he is listing one by one. Then he says, Bhagavo Shochami, I am grieving, I have sadness, he says. Who is saying? Narada is telling Sanat Kumara. Narada. It is shocking. When the first time I heard this, I was shocked. I was literally shocked because I said, Narada is always doing this. Narayana, Narayana. He's always smiling and creating mischief. And can Narada ever be sad? It's hard to imagine. But he says that. Bhagavo Shochami, I am grieving. Shrutaha Kyam. He aham. I heard Bhagavad Drishebhyaha. I heard from those who know the truth. I heard from those who know the truth. Shrutaha eva ayam aham Bhagavad Drishebhyaha. Before that he says, Mantravidet eva asmi natu atmavit. I know all these things. I know all the mantras. I am the knower of mantras. From bottom to top, top to bottom, I can chant the entire Veda. I am a mantravit, natu atmavit, he says. But I am not the knower of Atma. Look at that. How beautiful it is. I know all the mantras inside out. Everything I know. That is all. So I memorized. I'm blessed with that memory. I know everything. I can even teach all these things to people. But I can't teach Atma. Why? Because I don't know what Atma is. Mantravidasmi, natu Atmavit. I am the knower of mantras, but I'm not the knower of Atma. Like that he says. So here that came to my mind. Brahmavaganta means Atmavaganta, means Brahmavit, means Atmavit, one who knows Atma. Then he's going to say, Narada says, why? Why do you want to know Atma? Continue. Why do you want to know Atma? Tarati Shokam Atmavit. Only the Atmavit crosses over sorrow, overcomes sorrow. Like that, Narada himself says. And so very important mantra for us. So here, Brahmavaganta Chidananda Atma Aham. Like that he says. So the Mahavakyam, typically Mahavakyam cannot say things like Jivatma is from Paramatma. All these words will not, from, to, in, on, all these prepositions cannot be there in a Mahavakyam. A preposition implies Dvaita, duality, correct? The minute you say from, that means that what I am coming from and I are separate. A is from B, if I say, that means A and B are separate. A is in B, if you say, A and B are separate. You have carved out A as different from B. And so prepositions can't be there in a Mahavakya. This is commonly understood. And our Swami Paradyanandaji, when we study, he will always say, from Brahman, into Brahman, of Brahman, all these words, we are constrained to use the words, but really there is no in, on, from, and all these things are not there for Brahman. Like that he reminds us. So, Tad Brahma Aham. Then previously, Yat Prakashate, Maniprabha says, Prasiddham Swayam Prakashayati. Okay, Yat Prakashate. Yat. Yat means that which. That which means what? Prasiddham. It's well known. Prasiddham, well known. Brahma is well known, he is saying. Brahma is well known means what? At least the word Brahma is well known. Because we've been listening to all these songs. And even before the songs, our parents, my mother used to tell me, Brahma Pudichanu Ukandirukka. That means this Brahma is there. I think it must be there in all languages. I can guarantee this. Means Brahma doesn't do nothing, Brahma does nothing. That's why just you sit and stare at something, daydream. Come on, did you mix the curds? Because curds, we had to do all these things. We had to make this butter out of that cream. We have to do this constant. Mother will say, do this. And then I'll be having this pot in front of me, and then I'm sitting and staring at something. I must have done that, I think. So Brahma Puricho Kantrika, they will say. So Brahma, so Prasiddham, we have heard in one way or the other, in one context or the other, we have heard this Brahma. So Yat, that Brahma, but then that Swayam Prakasham Brahma, Yat Prakashate, Swayam Prakashayati, it reveals by itself without any help. Thank God, without any help. Okay. And that na tatra suryo bhati, right? The same thing. Kene shitam, Kenopanishad starts like this. Student is asking the question, Kene shitam patati preshitam manaha. Tell me that. Tell me that about that entity which is there behind the mind. I know mind is powerful, but what is it that makes the mind work like that? It talks about. And then Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti, Adi, Prapancham, Maniprabha, I don't think we looked at it. So there he says, Uktaha tadadayaha Vishwaha Viradadayaha Te eva Prapanchaha Tam. Like that he says. Uktaha, already told. Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti, our Maniprabha is honest. He's saying Uktaha. It's been told. It is the same theme. This is not the first time the Upanishad is talking about the three states of experience. Uktaha. And he's further adding Tadadayaha, Vishwaha, Viradadayaha. Okay, fine. These are three states of experience. But then think beyond yourself. This body, mind, sense complex. The whole universe you have to bring in here. Vishwaha. Vishwam Vishnurva Shatkaro, that whole Jagat you bring in here. What is Vishwaha? Viradadayaha. This is a language, Vedanta language. Viradadayaha means what? Exactly like there is the Sthula Shariram, the gross body, Sukshma Shariram, the subtle body, and this Karana Shariram, the causal body. When I analyze myself, okay, like we are doing in Viveka Chudamani, if I analyze like this, gross I can appreciate, subtle also I can appreciate, then there is Karana Shariram, that the unmanifest, when everything becomes unmanifest in deep sleep, that is called Karana Shariram. The equivalent of that for the world, the macrocosm, is what? Hey, same thing. This Sthula Sharira, Sthula Shariram, Samashti Sthula Shariram. This is called Vyashti. Vyashti means individual. Samashti means macro. Macro, universal, if you want to use the word. Universal gross body, if you say, that is Virat. The name that Vedanta gives is called Virat. So here, Maniprabha says, Virad Adayaha. Virad, etc. Etc. means what? Well, Sukshma Shariram, Samashti Sukshma Sharira Abhimani is Hiranya Garbhaha. Hiranya Garbhaha. Then Samashti Karana Shariram is Ishvaraha. Okay. So that is how he is reminding us. You have to bring everything in here. Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti, Adi. And I'll give the word Prapancham for it. Upanishad is giving the word. It means Prapancham. Prapancha is the entire universe, including this body. Prapancha. Look at the word. The word for the world universe is Prapancha. The Pancha obviously comes from Panchabhuta. Panchabhuta Janya Prapancha. पंचभूत से उत्पन्न हुआ जो प्रपंच है और वो प्रपंच है, something like that. You have to give the vakyam. That whose essence is panchabhuta or jat which is made up of panchabhutas is prapancha. Okay. So look at all these words, they're all loaded words.
Excuse me,
Prapancha.
Guruji.
Is the Virat word there in Maniprabha's this thing?
I have written here Virad Adayaha.
Okay, okay. It is not in the text.
Oh, it is not in the text.
No, I'm asking because I don't know whether I didn't find it in the text I have that Virat Adeha, so I asked.
Okay.
In the
We
second
will-
line, it is given.
Second line, it is given, it seems. Okay. So take a look at that. All right. Uktaha tadadayaha vishvaha viradadayaha
Oh, it's there
eva
earlier to this. Sorry, Guruji.
te eva prapanchaha tam. All right. So, Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti. There were three people. Three people were there. Amar, Akbar, and Anthony. What were the three people? Amar, Akbar, and Anthony were there. And so, these people, they're all doing all kinds of funny things. Finally, they had to be taught Vedanta. They had to be taught Vedanta. This Anthony was called. Hey, look, come here. Ni ant illa. So you are not ant. Ant means anta. You are not anta. You are ananta. So first become a Hindu. Change your name to Ananta. That is better. The Anthony is not good. Anta is not a word. It is not correct. You can't have those kinds of words. First, you change your name, change your religion, come back, and then call yourself Ananta. Then Amar, Akbar, Anthony. These are all words that we learnt in our when we were all going to school, running after movies, weekend after weekend. I used to see the amount of movies I've seen. I tell you, and I don't. What a craze it was. That's good. I did that because now I don't have the desire to see movies at all. And so then Akbar comes. You call Akbar, hey, Dara, come here. First, sit down, sit down. What is this Akbar and all? Not Akbar, it is Akshar. Just B ko S bana do. Bas, Akshar bana do. That's all you have to do. And come back to your original dharma. This is the original dharma. All the Akbar and all is just not needed. Not needed for us. Akshar. Now, I am Akshar. Bolo, bolo, bolo. Yeah, Aham Aksharam. Amar. You call Amar also has to be called. Amar is not a jnani. He also has to be called Amar. All right. All these are incidental. That you are this, you are that. He was a policeman, I think, in that movie. I forgot. Maybe I'm not right. But so this policeman and all is all role that you're playing. All these things that you're doing, the role. The real Amar is Atma. This Tat Brahma Aham. That Aham Atma is Amar. Okay. Body is not Amar. Is your body Amar? No, you are in the police force. You know exactly. You know exactly the worth of the body. Body can go anytime. You're in the police force. I don't have to tell you that. That body is not Amar. Body is Marana Dharma. It has the quality of Marana Dharma. Asti. Asti, what is it? Jayate, Vardate, Viparinamate, Apakshiyate, Vinashyati. You know it very well. I don't have to tell you that. So Amar ko bhi, Akshar ko bhi bulao, Anant ko bhi bulao. थोड़ा पढ़ो शास्त्र को सुनो. Hindi, because Amar Akbar Antony is a Hindi movie. That is why. So, like that, all these Jagrat, Swapna, Shushupti have to be analyzed. And then I have to tell myself, I am none of those experiences. I cannot be an experience. What about experiencer? Okay, you take yourself to be the experiencer for now. Then we will negate the experiencership also. Okay, that's the story here. So, like that, Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti, that is the story there. And the next part of the mantra is Tad Brahmaham iti jnatva, he says. Iti jnatva. That's very important, no? Because Aham is always Brahma only. Whether I study the Shastram or I don't study the Shastram, Aham Brahma only. But then, iti jnatva, very important here. Maniprabha says, iti anena prakarena iti. Iti means in this manner. In the manner that this has been taught to us, taught to me and taught to us by our rishis. It's been coming from so many millennia. Iti anena prakarena. Jnatva, Maniprabha says, sakshat kritya sakaranaihi. Sakaranaihi sakshat kritya. Use everything that's been given to us. Use our buddhi and use our teachers. Use the setup. Sakaranaihi sakshat kritya means sakshat kritya. Means having done sakshatkara of that Mahavakyam. Look at that. You say Bhagavan साक्षात्कार करते हैं बोलते हैं हम. This is the real Bhagavan ka sakshatkar. What is the real Bhagavan sakshatkar? A, recognizing that tu main hu, main tu hai. That is called sakshatkara. What else sakshatkara can there be? Please tell me. He saw Bhagavan. He saw Bhagavan means Dvaita is still there. That is okay. Let you see Bhagavan. That is good. That is such a gift to able to for somebody to say, I saw Bhagavan. I saw Ishwar. Ishwar ko dekha maine. Somebody can say that, that's good. But if Ishwar, then now if you say Ishwar as an object I saw, then you are doing a disservice to Bhagavan. Bhagavan is not an object. You have limited. I saw Bhagavan means what? Bhagavan is an object. Limited object with a particular frame, with a particular shape and size. It is insulting Bhagavan. Bhagavan came home and had lunch with me. That's an insult to Bhagavan. Hey, that is a rupa, an avatar of Bhagavan has come, you can say. That is correct. That means the real Bhagavan is what? Sakshat kritya aham brahma, tad brahma aham asmi iti sakshat kritya. That is called sakshatkara. What is sakshatkara? Jnatva. Jnanam is sakshatkaram. You can only know that I am the whole. You can only know, I said as so casually. That is the in thing here. That is the thing. What is the use of all this? So what? So what if I am Brahma? So what if Brahma is Atma? So what? So what? Sarva bandhaif pramuchyate. That is the thing. Sarva bandhaif pramuchyate, because that knowledge alone can release a person from all limitations, bandhas. Ko nama bandhaha in Viveka Chudamani. Correct? Viveka Chudamani. Ko nama bandhaha katamesha agataha katam pratisthasya katam vimokshaha. Tell me about this bondage that everybody is talking about. These people are sitting in New York, in New York State, facing the ocean. Okay, the ocean, Atlantic, North Atlantic Ocean. But New York, you won't find North Atlantic because New York is all inside. Just a small stretch, Long Island, I think, just like an island, it just stretches out, and then there you can be surrounded by Atlantic Ocean. New York City also is right there. All right, suppose you're sitting in New York Harbor and all that. And so then the waves are all coming. You're enjoying the show. You're enjoying the show. And you have studied Vedanta also. So these waves are all playing around and dashing at the shore, and so many things are happening. One wave comes running to you and says, please help, please help. Please help. Please help. What help? This is too much. What is too much? This life is too much. What do you mean life is too much? So many duties are there, and my work also is not good, and I don't get any recognition, no promotion all these years. And I've been coming lagatar, I've been entertaining all the people coming to New York, and nothing. There's no satisfaction at all. People just throw all this popcorn and plastic into me, and I am tired of this. Look at all the plastic that is there. They are dirtying me. I am entertaining them. They, in return, I get dirt. I'm very sad. This is how. Is this what life is all about? I need somebody. I need somebody to solve this problem. Do you know anything? What can I do? Then this person who is dialoguing with the New York wave, North Atlantic New York wave, said, I think I know what your problem is. I think I know what your problem is. And you have to, but then you have to go, you have to meet this Indian Ocean wave. His name is Guru Wave. He lives in Indian Ocean. What? Indian Ocean. Indian Ocean. And you talk about geography to some of these students these days. We used to make fun of American kids, but now we can make fun of Indian kids also. What all they know, this is very scary, what they know and what they don't know. And so, Indian Ocean, what is Indian Ocean? Okay, let's start with Atlantic Ocean. Do you know what Atlantic Ocean is? Yeah, is this the ocean where I am? Is it called Atlantic Ocean? Yeah, good. That is Atlantic Ocean. There is another ocean called Indian Ocean. Out there is an Indian Ocean. Okay. Oh, so there I'll find the solution to my problems. There you go first. You look for this Guru wave. So this New York Atlantic Ocean wave went lagatar, kept on going. Be careful. Don't go through this Panama Canal and all. There is a lot of things going on there. You just bypass all that. Just go around Africa. At least see all the sites, all the beaches and all you can see along the way. Okay. And go around like that, and then go up like that again, and then come back slowly to Arabian Sea. If you want, you can come. If you want to see Arabian Sea later, you can go directly to Indian Ocean from the tip of Africa, okay? Southern tip of Africa. Then he went all the way, he went, and then came to Indian Ocean. Then looked around, looked around, looked around. What happened? What are you looking for? I'm looking for Guru Wave. Guru Wave. And somebody said, oh, okay. Why? No, I need solution to my problems. Oh, I see. Okay, you're in the right place. Don't worry. I'll take you. So they went to this ashram where a lot of waves are there. And then he was pointed out, this is the Guru wave. So the New York wave came and approached this wave and said, are you Guru? Are you Guru? And the wave said, I'm not, I'm a wave like you. Okay, some people call me Guru. That may be possible. But I'm a wave like you also. Oh, really? I came all the way from New York. You're saying I'm a wave like you? They asked me to come and meet you. You're saying I'm like you? Yeah, I'm like you only. No different, really. Really? Yeah, really. And so, that Guru wave hears from this New York wave. And what is the New York wave saying? Ko nama bandaha kathamesha agataha katam pratisthasya katam vimokshaha. And then the Guru wave has to start teaching Viveka Chudamani. And then after that should start teaching this Kaivalya Upanishad. And then finally has to say, Tad Brahma Aham Asmi iti. Why? If I know this, what happens? I know, my goodness, then what? Sarva bandhaif pramuchyate. That ko nama bandha you asked, that bandha, what is bondage? Did you ever think of bondage? You complained about all your co-workers and your wife and husband and children, all you were complaining all along. But what exactly is the problem? Did you ever spend some time thinking about it? You've been pointing fingers at everybody around you. Did you ever think about this? No, I didn't. Okay, good. Now is the time to think about all these things. And bondage is a notion. There is no real thing called bondage. It is what you think to be. body has limitations, obviously. Body will have disease. Once body is there, disease will be there. And mind is there, up and down will always be there. Up and down will be there. You can't stop that up and down. Can't stop. You can't stop. What about Jnani? Will a Jnani ever be sad? She asked. What a question it is. What a question. Hey, Jnani also has a mind. The mind is meant to emote. It is meant for emotions only. That's why the mind is blessed, given to us. And so emotions will be there. Will be there. But Jnani has the vision of the whole. Let the mind go up and down. So what? I am not the mind. We just said I am not the experience. All along we've been saying you are not what you experience. So why are you latching on to experience? If I latch on to experience, I am finished. I am a permanent experience hunter. Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam. That is the meaning. I am going to be a permanent experience hunter. This janma, last janma, I hunted for experience. Previous janma, I hunted for experience. It's been going on like this. Now also I'm hunting for experience, more and more special experiences. Some nadi experience, and this experience, that yoga, this yoga, constantly experiencing. All experience hunting. The guru is one who says that unless you stop experience hunting, there is no moksha. Correct? That's the person. That is the person we have to do namaskar to. This experience hunting will not end at all. Will not end at all. Don't be carried away by this. You'll be free from physical pain and mental sorrow. Who said you'll be free from physical pain? Physical pain, body is there, physical pain will be there. You have to learn to manage it. We are all good at managing all. That is not moksha. How can physical pain and moksha be connected? So we have to be careful that we don't get carried away by all this. And so, Bhagavad Gita also, we studied a shloka, 4th chapter, 22, 4.22. Prakasham cha pravrittim cha mohameva cha pandava na dveshti sampravrittani na nivrittani kankchati. 4.22. Look, it is talking about a jnani. Prakasham cha pravrittim cha means the activity. Pravritti is activity. Some days are bright, some days are not bright. Activity is going on constantly. Sometimes there is no activity in the life of a jnani. Okay, prakasham cha pravrittim cha moham eva cha pandava. Moham also. Ignorance is also there for a jnani. Jnani also doesn't know so many things. Moham eva cha pandava. Na dveshti sampravrittani na nivrittani kankchati. He neither hates nor craves for anything, because he or she knows that all these things, some of things may be necessary, but they have nothing to do with moksha. Nothing means nothing, zero. And so you have to take care of yourself, no doubt, your health, etc. Take care of, but don't connect it with moksha. Okay, all that was said in the Bhagavad Gita also. And so here also, the wave is told, you have to stop looking for experiences. Then only you will know your real nature, and then only sarva bandhaihi pramuchyate. Bandha is always for a finite entity. Body is bound, body is finite, body is subject to all kinds of problems. That is bandha. Who wants disease? Nobody wants disease. Bandha only it is.
Guruji, the shloka you just said is 1422, not 422.
1422. Okay,
Yeah.
sorry.
No,
Yeah,
no, that's
correct. You're right. 1422. Good. And that is easy for me to accept, because sukha dukkhe same kritva labha labho jaya jayo, Krishna had said in the 2nd chapter itself. There he makes a very bold statement, and as though it is an easy thing. Sukha dukkhe same kritva. Take happiness and sorrow as equal. What? Take happiness and sorrow as equal? Is that what you said? What do you mean? There are two words in dictionary called happiness and sorrow. They are opposites, in fact. You're asking me to take them as the same thing? Is this what you're telling me, Krishna? Yeah, learn to practice. This is called Karma Yoga. Because I'm not saying they are equal. I'm not saying happiness and sorrow are equal. They are different, obviously. But when they come towards you, my response, what is my response to happiness and sorrow? In that response, one response is elation, jumping up and down when there is happiness, and then depressed when there is something unfavorable. That difference I'm talking about. The difference in my response to all these things. Same kritva. Try to get that prasada buddhi. That prasada buddhi is talked about there. Labha labhav jaya jayo. Loss and profit. What is this? How can I take loss and profit as same? Impossible. Loss and profit will be there. These opposites will be there in life. You better learn to just smile at things. You look at all these CEOs that are talking, some of the most successful people, when they talk, it's very inspiring. They're almost talking Vedanta, not Vedanta, almost Vedanta. They talk about things like how failures will teach you. Don't run away from failure, accept failure and learn from failure. Like that they say. What he's saying here also. So that karma yoga was talked about. Once that karma, I have that karma yoga buddhi, then this knowledge, sarva bandhai pramuchyate, should be clear. Because the jnani is also a karma yogi before. Now jnana yogi. Karma yoga is a stepping stone to jnana yoga. So all that we saw in the Bhagavad Gita. So here he says, Nikhila bandaihi aham mama adyaihi cha. Banda, because he's defining what banda. What is banda? In one word, he's saying, aham mama adyaihi. This idea that I, this finite I, that is banda, he says. That finite I is banda, that's it. Mama. Okay, once the finite I is there, the finite I has to have a lot of things which I can call mine, M-I-N-E, mine. That's it. That idea of I and mine, etc. Etc. means everything else that comes along with it. All the aspirations, all the losses, all the sorrows, my entire life history, in other words, it's all built around me. I and me, I and mine. I, me, mine. Okay, that's a good one. That I, me, mine is this bandha. That's what he's saying. Maniprabha. Nikhila bandaihi. All. Nikhila. Not even a drop left. Nikhila bandaihi. Pramuchyate. Prakarshena muktaha bhavati iti. All right. Read completely. This is not a rhetorical statement. This is not a poetic statement. It's nice to hear these songs and these poems, you know. No, not that kind of niceness here. Here it is Sarva Bandhaihi Pramuchyate. Why? Because Aham Tat Brahma Aham. That Brahma I am. That infinite Brahma, that Veda Vinashinam Nityam Jayena Majam Avyayam. Avinashinam Nityam. That Avinashi Brahma, that is Avinashi Atma. All along I'm thinking I'm a mortal. Really speaking, the body is mortal. I have identified with the body. That is why I say I am a mortal. But you have to go beyond the body. The immortal I is very much there. Body is just a covering. So don't get obsessed with the life of this body. Use the body properly, use the life properly, so that I can appreciate this message that the Upanishad wants to give. Like that, this Upanishad concludes, this particular mantra concludes, Sarva bandaihi pramuchyate. So phalam, that result of this knowledge, jnana phalam, is talked about in this mantra. And that is how Maniprabha introduces this also, if I remember right. If I remember right, he introduces this mantra by saying, Idanim evam jnane phalam aha. Correct? This kind of knowledge, what is the benefit of this knowledge? You're talking about universe and this and that. What has the universe got to do with me? Hey, the universe has nothing to do with you if you think you're the body. But if you want to go beyond the body, universe will walk in. Okay. That is a message. I will give you the meaning in the next class. We'll stop with this. Om Apadamapahartaram Dataram Sarvasampadam Lokabhiramam Shriramam Bhuyo Bhuyo Namamyaham Kale Varshatu Parjanyah Prithvi Sasyashalini Deshoyam Kshobarahitah Brahmana Santu Nirbhayaha Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಗುರುಜಿ.
Thank you.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಗುರುಜಿ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ
ಗುರುಜಿ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಗುರುಜಿ.
Thank you.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಗುರುಜಿ.
Yeah. Hari, Swapna and Prema.
Hari Om Guruji.
Hari Om.
When you were talking about Sakshat Krit, I was remembering the name Sakshat Kritananda. Can you please tell me the meaning of Swami Sakshat Kritananda?
All right. So our Maniprabha said, no, Sakshat Kritya, like that word we were talking about. So it's not difficult. Sakshat Kritananda. Krita means done. Done. One who has done. It's called, a job that was done is called Kritam. Kritam. Done. So what was done by this? We don't want to say person. Okay, what was done? What was done is Sakshat Kritam. Sakshat Kritam. Same thing. Sakshat Kritya. Sakshat Kritam. Means that identity has been understood. Ishvara Sakshatkaraha has been done. Done means what? I have understood the identity between me and Bhagavan. There is nothing more left. Nothing left. Naiva kinchit karomiti yukto manyeta tattvavit pashyan shenman sprishan jiggan ashnan gachan swapan swashan pralapan visrijan grinnan unmishan nimishan api indriyani indriyartheshu vartanta iti dharayan. So that's it. Nothing else is left. Nothing to be done also. To be done. There may be a to-do list that may be there, but the to-do list has nothing to do with my fulfillment. Okay, nothing to do with my fulfillment. So Sakshat Kritananda. So Sakshat Kritaha cha Anandascha. That Ananda is Sakshat Kritam. That Ananda is no more something I get from out there. That Ananda, I am the source of that Ananda. Iti Sakshat Kritam. That Atma is Sat Chit Ananda. That is Sakshat Kritam. That has been understood. Understanding is Sakshatkara. Therefore, Sakshat Kritananda. I know Hariji knows this. I know Hariji knows a lot. Okay, sometimes he asks the question.
No,
and
no. No. No.
I meant it in a good. No, I meant it in a good way. It's not that you may not know how to explain it, etc. I understand that, but the words are known to you. Sakshat is known to you. Ananda is known to you. So therefore, it's easy for me to explain this to you also.
When I heard his name first, I mean, to be very honest, I said, what is this? Why this such a long name? And but Yes, I could get it now.
Right, right. What an interesting thing, right? These days, when people name their children, they have come down to 2 syllables, it seems. 2 syllables, that's it. Why not 1 syllable, I ask?
Yeah.
Why 2? Why 2? 1 also is fine. No, 1 is too odd. Okay, today it is too odd. Maybe 10 years from now, maybe it is becomes a fashion. But 2. So here it is a Sakshat Krita Nanda. So 6 syllables are
Yeah,
there.
such a long name. I said,
So all our Swami's names are like that. And so Ananda is very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. Ananda is suffixed to all the names. All the names. It doesn't matter which sampradaya that person is. Bharati sampradaya, or Saraswati sampradaya, or Puri sampradaya, or whatever. Okay. They all have Ananda. That is what is unique to our country and our dharma. Very unique it is. Thank you, Hariji.
Dashanami Sampradaya.
Dashanami. Yeah. Sapna, go ahead.
Namaste. Two things. First, Amar Akbar Anthony, the way you said, it was just beyond brilliant. I had never even thought about it. It was awesome. um, so that was one. Second, Hariji asked, question was Sakshat Kritya. So my question was, what's the root word? But you said Sakshat Kritam. So,
Correct.
yeah.
Correct.
And so Jnatva and Sakshat Kritya can be synonyms, right? It is synonyms. It is a synonym.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Maniprabha also uses the word Sakshat Kritya Sakaranaihi. So what is Sakaranaihi? Sakaranaihi. Third vibhakti.
Yeah.
Third vibhakti,
Sakaranaihi.
Bahuvachana.
Yeah. Sakaranaihi. 2 ways of interpreting it. One is I took it as using all the karanas, all the karanas, all the nimittas available to me, including this Guru Sishya Parampara. All the things that are available. You have to use it. We have to pray. Prayer is important. Sakaranaihi Sakshat Kritya. That is one interpretation. Using all the things available to us. Okay, all the sadhanas available to us. That is one way to interpret. Another way to interpret is understanding, separating oneself from all the karanas. So there, the Tritiya has to be looked at as a Panchami. Okay. Sakaranaihi means as neither cause and effect. Karana means Karyam also has to be brought in. As something that is distinct from Karanam and Karyam. Sakaranaihi. So Karana Karyaihi as something that is Karana Karya Vilakshanam. Okay. Jnatva, Sakshat Kritya. Okay. Because the whole science is full of cause and effect. Including Bhagavan also is the cause of the world. And resolver of the world. And maintainer of the world. They are also cause only. We are attributing cause to Ishvara. Some Shakti to Ishvara. But here you have to go beyond all that. Only then the Sakshat Karanam will happen. That is the way I interpreted it. Okay, this Bhashyam is not there anywhere. When I saw the word, I said, how am I going to understand this word? So these are the 2 ways I understand.
Dhanyavada. Yeah. Makes sense.
So our Nachiketa said that Anyatra dharmat, anyatra dharmat, anyatra asmat krita kritat. So there he's talking about cause and effect. Yeah. Premaji, go ahead.
Following up on Swapnaji, I got Anthony as Ananta, Akbar as Akshara, and I forgot what you said about Amash.
I was trying to come up with some cute names, but I got. Anthony, I was struggling a little bit. How do we do this?
So there is no name for Amar?
Amar is good already. So
Good.
Amar needs to be told that you don't get carried away by your name and carried away by all the accomplishments and all you got. You have to go back to your Atma. So Atma is Atma Amar hai. Like that, he has to hear, sometime or the other.
Right. Guruji, I had a little note written called Triputi. And somewhere you had mentioned that the dhyatru process, at some point vaguely, I remember you saying something about Triputi. Could you explain what Triputi is?
Yeah. Triputi means a triad. Triad in English, if you really want to translate. A triad means something which has three entities. Three entities is called a triad.
Mhm.
So three entities. So in this context, what are those three entities? These three entities comes all the time. Three or even four sometimes. Like, for example, if you know, if you know something, then there is the object which you know. Object. The known is there. Then the knower is there. Who knows that? I know it. Okay, I is there. Knower, known. And then what happens if you know? I get what is called knowledge. That process that connects the knower and the known is called knowledge. Or that which happens when the knower knows the known is called knowledge. So knower, knowledge, known, triputi. Triputi. That's a triad. That's a triputi. Why do we say that? Why is it important? There is a division. There is a division. There's a clear distinction between object, subject, object known, subject knower, and knowledge. Like that, dhyatru, the one who meditates, dhyeya, the one that on which meditation is done, that which is meditated upon. Dhyata, dhyatru means dhyata, dhyeya, and the process is called what? Dhyanam. Triputi again. Triputi. Same thing, seeing also. Seeing. I saw something. Okay, drishya. What I saw is called drishya. And then who am I? I am the seer of that object. So I am called a drashta. Drashta, drishya. And what happens is sight. Sight happens. So you can say darshanam. Darshanam. Drashta, drishya, darshana, triputi. It is used to indicate that duality. It indicates duality. That's all it is.
Thank you.
Hemaji.
Actually, the next mantra is the Triputi comes. Yeshu dhamasu yad bhogyam bhokta bhogascha. The next mantra it comes.
Okay. Okay.
Just now I
Very
saw.
good.
It's there.
Mm.
It comes, the Triputi comes. And also that sakshatkara, is it saksha and samaksha same in front of the eyes? Sa aksha, saksha, samaksha.
Yeah. Akshnasah.
Akshnat saha.
I think so. You have to look up the kosha. Long time ago, I think I saw it. I think it'll be
Akshnasaha. I mean,
I
always
think it'll be
governs the Tritiya. Akshnasaha.
Saha. I think it is Saha there.
Saha.
It is Saha. Yeah.
But
that means what? A, nothing is greater than your sight. Okay. If you see something, that's it. That is the greatest evidence. That is the greatest evidence. So there, Sakshat
That you say
Means
no, pratyaksha, samaksha.
pratyaksham. Correct. Correct.
Almost
I
similar.
think, yeah, look up that Sakshatkara and see, tell me what it is.
Okay,
I think
okay.
if it is.
And one more thing that Guruji, you said Atma, self. That shloka is there, no? Uddharet Atmanam, Atmana na Atmanam avasadyet. That Atma is also that same self, no? Uddharet Atmanam Atmana na Atmanam avasadyet. Atma eva.
See. Let me be very careful here. The word Atma has different meanings.
Oh.
The fundamental meaning of Atma is Satchidananda Atma. But Uddharet Atmanam means what? Uddharet, may you lift your Atma.
There it means self.
You don't need to lift your Atma. You can't lift your Atma anyway. You can't lift your Atma. Then here lift Uddharet, may you encourage your Atma means what? Atma doesn't need encouragement. My buddhi, my mind needs encouragement. Okay. Therefore, there, Atma means what? Antakaranam, mind. Hey, Uddharet, help yourself. Help yourself. Yourself means what? Not Atma. Atma doesn't need any help. You can't help Atma anyway. And so help yourself. Suppose somebody says, help yourself. Come on, here is all the buffet in front of you. Help yourself. Means what? Atma is not being helped. Help yourself means, come on, you just fill up your stomach with whatever you want. It has nothing to do with Atma. It means, in this case, okay, don't condemn your mind. Uddharet Atma, Uddharet Atmanatmanam. Atmana Atmanam Uddharet. Look at that. Atmana Atmanam Uddharet. By yourself, help yourself. Means what? Yeah, I need help. Fact number one. I need help. Okay, so good. That Atma is there. Then who should help you? I only should help myself. Okay, so the helper is me. The helped also is me. Uddharet Atmanatmanam. Natmanam avasadayet. Don't condemn yourself. Don't be self-critical. Self-criticism is good, but beyond a point, it's not good. Self-criticism can help me do better. But beyond a point, self-criticism is defeating, self-defeating. So, Natmanam avasadayet. Don't condemn yourself. Because once I start condemning, then there is no end to it. It's spiraling. It will spiral me down. So therefore, Natmanam avasadayet. Atmai vakhyatma no bandhuhu. Hey, again, Atma. You are your own friend.
Your enemy.
And you are your own enemy. Means what? Nothing to do with Atma. Means literally your mind. Be careful. Protect your mind. Get good friendships. Find good mentors. Find good teachers. And if that means what? I have now taken charge of myself. I've taken charge. Take charge. That's what he's saying. If I don't take charge and point to all this shani and this and that, everything, and I'm complaining, everybody, the government is like this is like this, they are like this, my wife is like this, my husband is like this, means what? Opposite of taking charge. I've surrendered myself to all these people. So that means there's no hope for me. Don't trap yourself like that. That's what he's saying. So that Atma is nothing to that. Atma is Antakaranam.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, in fact, I don't know whether it is in chapter 3 or chapter 4, in some context, even Atma, they have interpreted as body. I don't remember.
Of course. Yeah, Atma can mean body also. So
I don't remember in which chapter exactly, but I distinctly remember that.
yeah, correct. Atma can be body also.
And Guruji, that Brahma Avaganta is Brahmavit, right? Brahmavit.
Brahmanaha Avaganta, the knower of Brahma.
Okay.
Brahmanaha Vetta, knower of Brahma.
Brahmavit. Brahmavit Brahmaiva Bhavati. It says, no? Brahmavit Brahmaiva Bhavati.
Correct.
Yeah. And there is that one more shloka, Sukha Dukke Same Krutva. It comes in the Adveshta Sarva Bhutanam, the last part also, no? Sukha Dukkha Adveshta Sarva Bhutana Maitra Karnaye Vacha Nirmamo Nirahankaro Sukha Dukkha Sukha Dukkha Kshami.
Kshami. Yeah.
Sama Dukkha.
Sukha Dukkha comes in the second chapter.
Sama Sukha Dukkha Kshami. There it comes. The same concept it comes.
Correct. Correct.
Okay, Guruji. Thank you.
So there, dukkha, sukha. Dukkha followed by sukha. And here, sukha followed by dukkha. Slight differences there. Yeah. Same pair comes. Thank you.
There also Sukha Dukkha only, Guruji.
Oh, there also?
Sama Sukha Dukkha, then Kshami. Be forgiving, I think it means. Sama Sukha Dukkha Kshami.
Okay. You're sure of it?
I mean, my
somehow in my mind, sama dukkha sukha kshami, like that it comes.
Sama Sukha.
No, Sama Dukkha Sukha Kshami.
Sama Dukkha only?
Sama Dukkha Sukha Kshami.
Okay, okay. Sama Sukha.
He is describing the bhakta, qualities of the bhakta.
Okay, okay.
Bhakti yoga.
Sama Dukkha. Sorry, Guruji.
Yeah, that's a good. So that means my memory is serving me there.
Sama Sukha, if you say, the word also doesn't come. The tongue also gets confused. Sama Dukkha is more easy to pronounce than Sama Sukha. I should have known. Thank you, Guruji. Sorry about that confusion.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantaraye Amrita Kalashahastaya Sarvamaya Vinashanaya Trailokyanataya Shri Mahavishnave Namaha.
Dhanyawada.
Dhanyawada.
Dhanyawada, Jay Kumar.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Namaskar.
Thank you. Thank you. So we're going to have this program this coming weekend, 19th. So Narayanan is organizing it. We're having this Samarohanam. So the Sanskrit classes are all...
Guruji can stop recording. Stop recording.
Oh.